Um, Hi, so it's me, Lino, and I know it's been like a million years since my last video recording, and it's all due to the fact that I'm studying right now, like I'm going to university, so it takes up a lot of my time, and that leaves me with basically like no time to do anything other than study and crap like that. But semester is over. I'm done with the first semester of my course, and what happened? Just to just to take this out of the way, I'm gonna say right now, I'm gonna have to redo vectors in analytic geometry because I failed that class, and I mean, it's annoying, but I'm not like super sad about it. I would be sad if it was super important, but it wasn't as important as the other classes I was taking, so it's fine. And I passed calculus too, so it's like okay for now, I guess. So I've been off, like I've been out of social media for months now, like 4 months, and it's crazy because everyone just looks at me weird. They're like, "You don't have any social media? Are you serious?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't have social media. I don't use social media anymore." Is there a reason behind that? I wonder, and like you might be wondering, is there like any real reason behind that? And I would say yes, but also no, because it's rather complicated, like I'm not using social media anymore because I don't have enough motivation to use social media, and also because I was only using like social media just so I could interact with someone like, in specific, but now that we don't talk as much, like we don't even talk anymore. I mean, I did talk to him. Well, if you can even call that talk, that was just like two messages or whatever. I didn't really. I don't feel like I need to be online anymore. So, yeah, I just said a bunch of nothing basically right now. So, what happened during this first semester of university? I had a lot of fun. Like it was fun, although sometimes it was kind of like stress inducing, but I still managed to have fun and kind of like come out on top. You know, I feel that if anything, wait, no, hold on. I feel that if I had, entered university back when I was still like 17 years old, I wouldn't have I wouldn't have had a great time because I was just like so fresh, like I didn't really know much about life, and I still don't know that much about life, but compared to how I used to be and the me of currently who I am, I'm more smart when it comes to like human affairs, I guess. Because I've had like internships and I got to know a lot of people. I had different experiences, and I just did a lot of stuff that isn't really super relevant right now. I don't want to talk about them because it's been so long, but I've learned a lot, and I think I'm using all the knowledge from the past 2 years or so right now, and it's been helping me a lot, like a lot. Just navigating through, relationships with teachers and even my classmates. It's basically everything I used to do back in, the second campus and at the internship place, it's really fun. Um, this time I don't have any script, so I'm just saying whatever. Like I didn't even know if I wanted to record any videos because I'm not in the mood to record videos. I'm not in the mood to do anything because I'm just trying to figure out some stuff. But I'm just gonna talk about crap. I have a few friends. I've made a few friends, and not friends with a capital F. It's just like friends, like lowercase f. they're nice, they're 1 year younger than me, and you know, we're pretty different from one another. But I don't think that gets in the way because that's fun. Like it's fun to have friends who have different interests. Who have different interests, like from you, and we get along pretty nicely. Although, like sometimes I get mad at them for seemingly like not trying hard enough. Like, oh my god, why are you gonna give up if you haven't tried? So I get mad at that because I feel that if you're not putting effort into something, then like don't get angry, or don't just like announce like, oh my god, I'm giving up on this, because you were never trying in the first place. So why are you giving up on? um what can I say? What else can I say? I really wanted to go on a tangent and talk about like really stupid and really specific stuff, but I don't know. um if I were myself from like last year, what would I talk about? Oh, I know exactly what it was. Yeah, so you know how people are like, oh my god, when you're like a freshman, uh, this doesn't even apply to. Well, let's say like when you're a freshman, people like seniors are always like trying to hit on you and whatever. I don't think I've had any experience that's like similar to that. A senior hitting on me, because I think that it's not even because I don't um frequent frequent the same places as a lot of people from my course and whatever, but I just don't really care about relationships and crap like that. And I know I've spent like the first 3 months of this year talking about feeling lovesick and in love. I no, not lovesick, but feeling like I was in love or whatever. But I feel like things are totally different right now. It's not the same as back, in January or like February. Because in January I was still like talking to B1, and I will say I've come to realize that I deeply regret blocking him. It's kind of weird. I know, like, you're not obligated to like accept someone's feelings for you just because they have some sort of attachment to you. But I think the way I acted was pretty childish, and I regret it. But other than that, I don't regret anything. Um, the tank situation, I guess, we don't talk anymore. Like, I messaged him a few days ago asking if we are going to attend like this festival that's gonna take place next month, like on the I don't know the dates, but it's gonna take place next month. And I like asked, "Oh, so are you attending or what?" Like he said, "Yes, I am," and it was like, "Okay," and then nothing came out of that. Um, I feel like it's time for me to move on to like something else, and I'm not making efforts, to like get to know other people. Like just get to know other guys and stuff. And I know, like, oh my god, I keep saying that I'm not interested in other guys because whatever, blah blah blah. But it's not even that I'm not interested. It's just that getting to know people right now just seems like a waste of time. And I'm going to be totally honest. At a certain point, I did not want to like get to know or interact with my classmates because I felt like they were that sort of interaction would just bring me down academically. And oh my god,